Locatelli's time at Juve might be completely over. That is the latest reports that, despite being the captain, his future at the club is not certain. And maybe we've seen glimpses already of that, being subbed at halftime, for example, or during the game at minute 55, 60. That's very early for a captain to be subbed. It kind of reminds me what happens at Arsenal with Odegaard at a time when they're chasing a goal and he gets subbed off. When you're chasing a goal, you keep your captain, especially in those positions, maybe. But still, it's the writing on the wall. When the news came out in the summer about the bid from the Saudi club, and it was like, he doesn't want to join, and then the rumors came out, was like the club is not really no to it, but it's more about, well, it's very late in the window, we cannot really find a replacement. That is not what you want to hear if you want to, or want to say, or want to leak if you really want to keep your player. And to be honest, I don't think he's been a flop, ever since he joined. I know people will say, oh, he's been a flop. I think the expectations were a bit higher. I'll agree with that, because people know what I think about Locatelli. He's hot and cold at times. I think he's been, consistently better throughout, last season and even this season. But is he reaching the level? Maybe the expectations were way too high, because people saw that Euro campaign and were like, oh my God. But then again, different positions, different style, now playing deeper. You expect, or many expect, things that you're not going to see when a player plays in that position. He's not going to impact that game to that extent playing in that position. So when it comes to Locatelli in that regard, it's maybe, a shame that it's not really working out, but it's really on the board that he could end up leaving in the summer. It's not out of this world. It's really possible. It's a real possibility that he's gone at the end of the season. And that means you're going to go into the market again, because, well, I think Koopmeiners might be leaving. I think McKennie is gone. I don't believe Miretti and or Adzic will be at the club. So it's gonna shape up to be an insane window again with many changes. And that doesn't mean it's set in stone that Locatelli is going to leave, but I don't believe the club views him as unsellable, as a key player for the club moving forward. So it's going to be interesting in the next couple of days/weeks. Is he's gonna step up big time, or if he's gonna keep these performances where I think the club is like, okay, if an offer comes in, we need to evaluate it. So interesting times ahead, I will